I could change the font, come in here to say I want something like this. All right, then I could change the color. So let's see what. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can easily create a good quality book cover for your coloring books. So if you're new here and you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so by hitting on the red subscribe button and bell notification icon so you'll be the first to get notified anytime we drop super awesome videos such as this one. As you already know, book covers are very important when it comes to publishing books on Amazon, alright? Because like I've said before, if you have been following this channel, they are the first thing that your customer will see. That's your potential customer or potential buyer will see before they buy your book. So it's very important that you put out a very solid, good quality book cover. All right. Now, if you have a little money to spare, I would strongly advise that you could get a graphics designer on sites like Fiverr. But if you don't have any money at all, like all the money you had, you literally spend them on buying a course, or you have been getting free stuff from YouTube, like you not get money at all, like you could use Canva to do something, especially if you're in the low content, you are creating low content books. You could use Canva to just quickly create a very good quality book cover. All right, so that's what I'll be showing you guys in this video. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is to get because this is a coloring book. Okay, let me just quickly show you guys a sample of what we'll be creating. So this is a coloring book right here. So we'll be creating, this one is not too bad, it's very okay, and we'll be creating something like this. And as you can see, this book has made a lot of sales. You can see the ratings here. If you come down here to check the BSR for this book, you see it's 12,000 something. So this book is really making a lot of sales, so it's a very good book. And this cover you can see right here, it's not so difficult to make. We'll be creating something similar to this. All right, so by the way, this is a very good niche. This is a very good type of low content book that you should be creating. All right, if you want to get more tips on the latest low content book to create, you can easily join my community by getting my course. It's very, very affordable. Link is in the description box below. All right, okay, so let's get into it. Now, I have talked about creating book covers on this channel before. So if you want to use Canva, has a lot of templates. All right, let me just quickly show you guys. Okay, so let's say if you are creating high content book here and you are going to create covers for your ebook before creating covers for the paperback, you could use any of these Canva templates. Canva has like lots of amazing templates that you could use to create your book. You can see very beautiful, nice, good quality templates that you could use to create your book, that you could use to create covers for your book. All right, all you need to do is just click on any one, drag and drop, edit a thing or two, and you are good to go. Now, if you want to know how this is done, I already have a video where I talked about it. I'll leave link in the description box below, so just go in there, click on that link, and you can watch that video to get started. Okay, but we are not creating an ebook rather, so we are not going to use this, yeah, because the coloring book, like, they literally have to write on it or color it, so you can't have an ebook for that. Okay, the first thing you want to do when creating a book cover for your paperback is to first of all know the dimension of the book, the cover, sorry. Okay, so to do that is very easy. All you have to do is just go into Google, that's google.com, and type Amazon KDP book cover. Okay, so I think book cover template should work. Okay, it's actually book cover calculator. So you come here, click on this guy. All right, then you enter your book information, as you can see here. So the binding type is paperback. The interior is whatever thing you want, but it's usually black and white. The paper type is okay. No, I want white. You could use cream if you want. Then the paper turn direction, is it from left to right or right to left? Okay, so I think when you open your book, when you open your book is usually from right to left, right? I don't know, whatever one you want. Then the measurement unit is in inches. The interior is usually in, coloring books are large, they are usually big, so it's not the usual 6x9. So I'll go with 8.5 by 11 inch. Then the page count, depending on the number of pages that you want to create. So, but for this video, I'm just going to fill in 100 here. Then I'll click here on calculate dimension. All right. So the next thing I want to do now is to download these templates. Okay, so it's downloading. It has downloaded. So the next thing I will do right now, is to obviously unzip this. So I'll click here, go to show in folder. All right, then I'll right click. Then I want to extract. I don't want to extract files here, so I'll click on extract files. I want to extract files to my desktop or to a folder on my desktop. All right, so I'll click. Let me use this Filmora file here. So I extract it to that Filmora file. So all I have to do is just going back to my desktop and look for the Filmora file, which is this one here. Okay, so and I'll click on this. I want to quickly show you guys. There's a reason I'm clicking on it. I want to quickly show you guys something. This overall dimension here is what we need. All right, is what we need to create our book. This is what we are going to use on Canva. As long as you avoid your text going outside these lines, you should be okay. All right, like you literally should not have any problems when Amazon KDP, when KDP is going to review your cover. All right, so this is the overall dimension. This overall dimension here, is what we are going to use to create our book. What we are going to use to create the cover. All right, so I'll just minimize this here and go back to Canva. All right, so I'll go back in here to Canva and I'll come here. Let me quickly close this and I'll come here to create a design. All right, so then I'll come here to where it says custom size. Then as you can see, I already have 17.45. That's the one we saw there. All right, but when you are doing yours, ensure you change this to inches and then you fill the width and the height. All right, the width is usually the longer one because like that's how wide, it shows how wide the book cover is supposed to be. Okay, so it's usually the longer one, while the height is this other one here, because the height is like how tall or how long the book is supposed to be. All right, so I'm just going to click this one here. So I'm going to click this one here and then we have this guy here. So the next thing I want to do is to upload that our template so we can avoid those, there are some lines at the edges. From what I showed you guys just now, there are some lines at the edges that we're not supposed to like put our text in, because if we do that, the KDP reviewer is going to reject our book cover. So we need to be very cautious of those lines. That's why we need the template. So I'm going to come in here to upload files, to upload the templates. I'll go to my desktop, look for the Filmora folder, which is this guy here, and I'll click on the folder, the template, sorry. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to paste this here. All right, and then I'll expand. Okay, so it's everywhere is properly covered, right? Okay, so I want to flip this because I want this guy here. So let me just quickly flip. Okay, all right. Okay, so everything looks good. So what I'm trying to avoid here, like I said, is this line at the edges, because these are the part that you cut off and you don't want your text to be outside these lines. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, let's go back and have a quick look at our cover. Okay, so we have, what do we have on this cover? We have some flowers at the edge, like at the border here, and then we have a text, and then we have something that looks like a ribbon here, and then we have another text here. Okay, all right, so let's go back to Canva, and the first thing I want to do is to go to elements and take a shape like this rectangle shape. So I'll come in here, take this, and I'll place this at the edge here. I'm also going to cover these lines, and then I'll expand this guy. Okay, so make sure it's out like this, so you don't have space, you don't have any space at the edge for this one. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is to look for, I think I'll look for flowers, because those things are flowers, right? So let's try something like flower border. All right, let's see if we'll get some. All right, so we have some here. We have some that you can see here. All right, so if you like any of these ones, you could take them. If you like these ones, you could take them. So how about this one? All right, so this one looks big. I like it. So all I have to do is just like reduce the size. So this could be here. I could duplicate and then come back here, make it flip. Okay. All right, I put another one here. All right, I can even like make some on all the edges. I could do another one again, and then I'll flip this. So I'll flip. All right, I'll put something here like so. All right, then I could make another one for this and flip. All right, I'll make something here like this. All right, so you can see this is looking good already. Yes. So the next thing I want to do is to maybe change the color of this guy, but I want it a little bit pink, or this color here, or this color here, depending on whatever it is you like. So let's go with pink since it's for girls. Okay, we could also increase the volume of this a little and increase the volume of this as well. All right, so like I said, we're creating something similar, so it doesn't mean that we have to create something exactly like that. Okay, so this looks good to me. So the next thing, you can see the job is almost done with this. So the next thing I want to do is to maybe add a ribbon. So I'll go stay in here to this element tab here. So the next thing I want to do is to type something like ribbon here. So I'll come here to ribbon, and you can see there are lots of ribbon here. Come here to I'll click on graphics, and I'll scroll down and look for something really nice. All right, so as you can see, there are lots of very cool ribbons here. So I think I'll take this. Okay, you could take, I don't know, this. Let me remove this. Let me take another one. Let me look for another very cool ribbon. Okay, remember that we have a ribbon in our, we have a ribbon here in our sample. Okay, so let me look for something else. Okay, so I'm going to use this one because if I keep searching the way I'm searching, then this video is not going to end. But you can easily see what I've done here, so just play around with this, look for what suits what you are going to use. All right, so the next thing I want to add now is text. Okay, so you could scroll down here and take some very nice text. Okay, but I'm just going to take one very quickly. So let me take this one. All right, so I'm going to take this one and paste it right here. Then I'll come in here to alignment and centralize it. All right, so let's see the title of this book, Bible verse. Okay, so let's take Bible verse. So let's go back in here, take something like Bible verse. All right, so I'll just place this here in the middle. I'll come in here to spacing, and I'll space it, bring it down a little bit, and also spread it out a little bit. All right, so you can see what we have here. All right, I think that only affected the verse. So let's do that again. So go to space this a little and bring this guy down. All right, so I don't want it. All right, so I could easily as well edit this. I could change this color to white, and then I'll change this to, let's see, this color here. Okay, then I could also change the effects. I think the spacing is too much, so let's reduce it a little. So I could also change the effect. I could do something like this, or do something like this. So you just have to play around this. I could do this instead, or I could do glitch. All right, so spacing is actually too much. Okay, so instead of that, so just increase the size. Okay, so let me reduce this guy here and reposition this in the middle. All right, okay, so you can play around this, you play around the text. So you can also as well come in here to change the text if you don't like this one. So you could use something like this, whatever text you like. They have lots of very nice text here on Canva. Okay, so you could play around this. All right, so I think let's just stick with what we have before. Okay, so you play around the text. Then what do we have on the okay, we have coloring books for girls. Okay, so come in here, get some more text, and then we'll place this here. All right, so what we'll simply do is just change this to in cap locks, coloring books, okay, for girls. All right, okay, so the cap lock didn't work. I'll come in here, come to this three dotted, change this to uppercase. All right, then I'll increase the size as well. I could also bend it. I'll go to effect, come here to curve. Okay, then curve this whichever way I like. All right, so all right, so place this right here in the middle. I want it in the middle. Okay, so like if you want to curve this, you could easily come here to effect and curve this. Why can't they one? Yes. So for the text here, I'll come in here, click on this text right here, and then let's check what we have here. We have coloring books for girls, coloring book for girls. Okay, so come back in here, and then we'll click something like I'll use coloring. Okay, all right, so I'll come in here because I want everything uppercase. You can see it's in uppercase. So I as well want to increase the size, and I want this guy down here. Okay, so I can still increase the size if I want. Sorry. So I increase the size. All right, so I could still change the text if I don't like that text. The font, sorry, I could change the font. Come in here to say I want something like this. All right, then I could change the color. So let's see what color we have for this one. We have black. So let's go back to ours. Okay, it's already in black. If you change to whatever you want, you could also change the effect as well. Change to something like this, change to something like this, change whatever thing you want to change to. You could as well change to something like this. Okay, so let me reduce this a little and position it. Okay, so if you want to make a curve, you could as well come in here to effect and make this a curve. Okay, all right, but so if you want to adjust, you come in here to adjust whichever way you like. All right, adjust as wide as this, but I want mine like this. Okay, so you play around with this. This color isn't looking sharp enough. It's not looking very sharp. It's not looking like what I want. All right, but you get the gist, right? You could play around with this. Even this is still not looking very sharp. It's not looking too sharp. So I could at least change all of this to black. All right, I could also, let's say I reduce the spacing a little, and also reduce the spacing here a little. All right, I could increase the size. Okay, look for a much better text here. Okay, or I could change the text of this verse to something else. So let's say I use yellow. Okay, I think I can manage that. So for this, then I could also do what? I could take this guy up here. Okay, so I could put like a little text at the bottom. Okay, I'll take this guy up as well. All right, so and I can put a little text at the bottom. So what text do we have there at the bottom? The Lord bless and keep you. Okay, so you could take any Bible verse. So let's use the one they used there. The Lord bless and keep you. So the Lord bless and keep you. So you put the Bible verse there. So I'll just come in here and place this at the bottom here, and also increase the size as well. Make it okay. So let's make this like this. I'll place this here. You. All right, so we could also come in here to change the font if we like, as usual. So I'm going to take something like this guy here. Sorry. So just come in here. All right, take something like this guy here. All right, then make it bold. I could as well change the color to, let's say, something like yellow, or even this guy here. No, guy doesn't work. This guy as well doesn't work. Or to white if I like, or even still leave it at black. All right, then change the effect again to glitch or something like this guy here, or let's say this guy or this guy, whatever the case may be. Okay, so let me take this a little bit up here and still make it bigger. All right, so I really don't like this font, so I could look for something. I don't like that one as well. Could look for something like this. Okay, I could also manage something like that, but you get the gist. You just play around with this. You play around with these guys. Okay, let me spread this one out a little. All right, take it up a bit. All right, so I could also make this bigger, make it bold. All right, so you can see our book is not looking so bad. Okay, our book is not looking, it's looking real good from what I can see. I break this down a bit. Okay, so what next? Okay, so we need to, so as you can see, try as much as possible, like I said. Okay, I think this is forward, so I could position this and bring it. Okay, it's forward, very forward. So like I said, ensure that nothing touches the edge. Okay, and when you are done, you need to remove this guy. Okay, but if you are really not too sure about how it is positioned, you could highlight this. No, sorry, you could make this transparent so that you can see for yourself. Make it very transparent so that you can see the edges. Okay, let me highlight the flowers so that you can see the edges. So I'll make this very transparent. All right, so that you can see the edges, to see that your text are not touching the edge. Wherever that thing can touch it, there's no problem, but your text should not touch the edge. All right, so I could just go back to this and then I can take this guy off. Ensure you take that guy off, because if you don't, Amazon is not going to accept your book cover. They like literally tell you that the template was still in the cover. So as for this other part of the book, I could just change the color to this pink here, like this, and maybe look for something that has to do with flowers, or I could look for let's see what we have again with the flower borders and all that. Okay, so let's see this one. So I could flip like this way. All right, so I could place this on the this here, or this so it's a little bit bigger. All right, so have something like this. All right, so you could put like a little text or a write-up or a Bible verse. All right, yes, you can put like a Bible verse here. So let's just quickly look for one. So we'll wrap this up. So I'll put a text here. Oh, there's no need for this, so let me just delete this. Okay, so I was able to find the text, like a Bible verse. Okay, so I'll place this here in the middle and make it very big. All right, so we also just see here in the middle. Okay, so I still want it very, very big. All right, so adjust and readjust. All right, so let's take some few things off. So I want this dash off. Take that dash off. All right, so place this here in the middle. Okay, so as usual, I could still change the text if I want. So I come here, look for one of these guys here. Okay, I love this one. I love it. All right, so and this looks good. So I could change all of this as well again to cap now. Sorry, this one is very okay like this. So I could leave this here and make it bold, add some effects if I like. Okay, could change this to, let's see, white. All right, or make it all black. No, white. So whatever it is you want to do, you just do that. All right, you could also even put this to make things more interesting. You could put this like in a border. So let's look for just a regular border. So to make things look really cool, you can put this in the border. You can see there are lots of beautiful borders here. So let's see this one for instance. So oh, this looks beautiful. So I could change this to white or black or whatever. Okay, let's change it to, let's leave it at white. This is looking real good. I don't know about you, but I'm loving this my cover already. Okay, and boom, and we are done. Okay, no, this is touching one of the flowers, so we'll either take this up or take this guy down a bit. All right, so we adjust our border or make it smaller. All right, then I'll just readjust something like this. All right, so this looks real good. This looks, I literally love everything I'm saying. All right, except for this color, I'm not too sure about this, but like this video is already too long enough, so you could play around with this. But basically, this is all you need to do. Okay, so you can see how easy it was for me to create this cover. I just drag and drop a lot of stuff, and boom, we have an amazing cover for our coloring book. All right, so you could do this for your coloring books. Play around with this and see what works for you. All right, but we have come to the end of today's video. So if you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, leave comment in the comment section below. That's if you have any questions, and you can get the course if you like. There are tons of free materials on here as well that you could learn from. Okay, so I've come to the end of today's video. If you have gotten any value from this video, please give it a like, share, leave comment in the comment section below if you have any questions, and more importantly, hit on that red subscribe button and the bell notification icon. So till I see you in my next video, keep being consistent with what you're doing, keep working hard. God bless you, and peace out.